Hello and welcome to today's episode, in which I show you how to make 3 delicious pasta dishes that are nice and quick to make, so perfect for midweek cooking when you're in a rush or when you're very low on energy. I've got the feeling I'm coming down with something because I've spent the last 2 days in bed really tired and feeling a bit achy and then feeling sniffly today. So I want to get some stuff in the fridge ready just in case it becomes something a bit more significant and wipes out my energy altogether. So I thought pasta would be a nice thing to do, and then thought maybe it's something to show for YouTube for other people. So things like midweek cooking when you get back from work or if you're sick, anything that doesn't require too much cooking. All 3 are kind of sauces / toppings. I'm going to roast off some tomatoes and shallots and then put on some melted butter, so that'll be one of them. I'll do a spinach and feta style thing with some vegan style feta cheese, so it'll taste a little bit like spanakopita, like the Greek pastry that I've made in the past. I'll stick a link to that in the description for you. The third one's going to be broccoli and cauliflower, and I'm going to roast off some lemons in the air fryer and then mix them in a cream cheese sauce with some chives. All very easy, minimal effort, but kind of nice and flavourful and hopefully a little bit comforting as well. If you're on the lookout for lots more plant-based recipes, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon, you'll get an alert as soon as a new one's published. I'm thinking the cauliflower will probably take a bit of time in the air fryer, like at least 10 minutes or so. So I'm going to get that in now, then I'll move on to the spinach and feta, and then we'll pick up the other 2. That's the size of cauliflower that I've got. I don't know if I'm going to use all of the cauliflower, we'll see. I will cook it all off now. So I'm just cutting that crown bit away, whatever you call the leafy parts. And then you'll see these little paler leaves as well, so I'm just going to pull those off. So I'm going to go in and just start pulling off the florets. And you can do this with just broccoli or just cauliflower if you want, but I kind of like both. I'm going to keep the stem bit because it's quite tasty, nice and crunchy. So I'll chop that down. I've lined my air fryer basket with some foil just because I'm doing lemons. The lemon juice, I'm assuming, will burn, like if it gets stuck on the bars. So I want the cauliflower in kind of bite-sized pieces. So that size is okay. But then for something like that, take that in half probably. Like that. I'm going to cook the broccoli in the microwave. I'm just going to blanch it off in there. Initially I did think I'd do the cauliflower that way as well, but I kind of like the flavour that you get when you air fry or roast cauliflower. It gives it a nice toasty nuttiness, but this is kind of a completely optional step. Feel free to just either microwave it, steam it, boil it kind of thing. I'm going to drizzle on some olive oil, a teaspoon, maybe half a tablespoon, something like that. Give that a mix through. Pinch of salt, probably a 1/4 teaspoon. Black pepper, again about a 1/4 teaspoon, and then give that a stir through. Put a little bit more oil on. I'm going to put this in the air fryer, 160 degrees. I'll do 5 minutes to start with and then probably stir it and do another 5. I've got 2 lemons, so I'm going to take off the 2 ends like that and then stand them up on one end. And then I'm going to use my knife and curve the blade around the fruit like that, just to get the peel off. I want to get off as much of the pith as I can, the white part, but leave as much of the fruit behind as I can as well. Discard any pips as you see them. Can you see the 2 lines there? I'm going to cut either side of those, because that takes out that membrane in the middle. And hopefully leaves behind just the fruit. And then I'm going to check the cauliflower after 5 minutes, see what they're like, and then probably put the lemon in at that point. Just because the cauliflower is kind of hard isn't quite the right word, but because I think the lemon's only going to take a few minutes, so I don't want to put them in for too long because they'll burn. Tear the pieces just into slightly smaller chunks. There's the cauliflower. Yes, we'll turn that over. So I think the cauliflower needs another 10 minutes altogether. So I'll turn it over again in 5 and then put the lemon in. I'm going to move on to the spinach and feta one. I'm using some frozen chopped spinach, just the kind of you buy in bags from the supermarket. Fresh is fine, but it's just a nice thing to keep in the freezer because you've got a veggie without having to worry about it going off. So I'm just going to ping this for a couple of minutes just to thaw it down a bit more. I've got a bit more oil heating up in a pan, 2 teaspoons, something like that. I've got a couple small red onions, I'm just going to dice those down. You can use spring onion in here, that's fine, or leeks, shallots, anything you like. Put the air fryer on for another 5 minutes at 135, just to try and get a bit more colour on the lemon, but without burning the cauliflower. Maybe should have put them in from the start. I'm going to make a series of vertical cuts and then horizontal. Slide the onions in. Just going to fry those up till they get a bit of colour on there. I'm going to chuck some baby chestnut mushrooms into mine. Totally optional. I just like mushrooms. If I see any muck, I'll wipe it off on paper towel and then just quarter these down. You can leave them whole if you want, but I'm going to chop mine just to spread them out a little bit. Oh, I didn't say, with the onions, I'm cooking them on a 6. You want a kind of medium temperature. Tumble the mushrooms in, and then just going to cook that down until the mushrooms start releasing all their water. There's the cauliflower. I think there's a bit too much colour in places, but it'll be all right once we get it in the sauce. So yeah, maybe put the lemon in from the beginning. You'll see when the mushrooms start going really shiny, that's when all the liquid's coming out of them. I'm going to use some tender stem broccoli. Feel free to use the regular kind, I just like the tender stem, like the crunch of it. I'm just going to take off these leafy bits, just because they go a bit tough when you cook them, I find sometimes. Just going to cut them down into bite-sized pieces, like that kind of thing. Same with the stalk. And leave a piece just because the end bits dry out when they're cut in the back. The reason I didn't put the broccoli in with the cauliflower is I find these bits, the frilly bits, they burn really fast before the stem's even begun to start cooking. But if you've mastered the art of air frying broccoli, crack on and do it that way. So I've got all the pieces of broccoli in a dish. I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to microwave it for a minute, stir it another minute, and then it's done. There's no water or anything in there, we're just going to steam it. Onions and mushrooms have got a really nice bit of colour on there. So now I'm going to chuck in a bit of salt, a small pinch, black pepper. And then I'm going to push everything up the sides, away from the heat. Put the spinach in the middle there. You can sieve it, but it just ends up creating a proper mess in the sieve. And it can be a real pain in the bum to get it out of the holes again. So I'm just going to let evaporation do its thing. Once the spinach has dried out, I'm going to crush in a few cloves of garlic. I'm boiling the kettle so I can cook off my pasta. I don't know how to say this. Conchigli. I just like the little shell shape. I normally get like a fusilli or just whatever's cheap. So I thought I'll grab this lot for the thumbnail. When I'm batch cooking pasta, I tend to cook it all off, drain it, and then cover it in olive oil. And I found reheating it in the microwave, that's kind of the perfect technique for me. You know, I don't want to be cooking off pasta every day if I'm sick. So I just want to have a big tub of it and I can just reheat stuff on demand. For the third sauce, topping kind of thing, which is the tomato and shallot, I gave the foil a bit of a rinse just under water, and then I'm just going to block some of that water out a bit. I'll reuse the same foil because why waste? I just didn't want a really intense lemon flavour in there, which is the only reason that I've rinsed it. Got 3 banana shallots. These are totally optional, so you could just do the tomatoes with the butter, or you could use a regular onion, spring onion, leek, any kind of oniony type thing. I'm going to do them on the mandolin to get them nice and fine, and then I might put them in on their own for like 5 minutes or so, just to start sweating them down, then put the tomatoes in. The spinach is steamed off a bit, so I'm just going to stir everything in, keeping it on a 5 so the heat's pretty gentle, and then just let that keep evaporating. With the shallots, I'm going to take off the sprout end but leave the root end attached because that'll give me something to hang on to. So take that, and then I'm going to split them in half, but not all the way. Left with that kind of affair. Right, so I've set my mandolin on top of the air fryer basket. I'm just going to run the shallots over the blade. Oop. Okay, so I'm just going to spread the slices in the bottom, put on a tiny bit of oil. So that was probably half a teaspoon of oil, just to help them get a bit of colour on. And I think I'll go maybe 150. Got a block of vegan feta. If you're in the UK, I've got the Violife Greek white block. Any of the vegan cheeses, the feta style, are actually pretty good. This is a 200 gram block, so that's probably 80 grams. In fact, I'm just going to put the garlic in with the spinach and mushrooms, and then that's done. I'm using a garlic press. With some of them, you don't really need to peel the garlic first, but I find with this one, you end up losing quite a bit. So I'm just peeled it. And then give that a stir. Use some dry mixed herbs. This is things like sage, basil, oregano, thyme, marjoram. Do like half a teaspoon or so. I'm just going to check out the shallots. So the shallots have got a little bit of colour on there. So yeah, I think that's a good point to add in the tomatoes. I've got 250 grams of baby tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I've got some that are the basic round ones, and then others that are kind of plum, baby plum. I'm going to drop in vegan butter. Probably do a couple tablespoons, and the melted butter mingles with the tomato juices, then forms like a nice kind of sauce. So I'm going to put this back in the air fryer. Might even go 140 for 10 minutes. Back to the feta. So I'm just going to cut it into smaller pieces, but it will melt into it and form a nice gooey sauce. Chuck that in. I'm going to turn the heat down to a 3 now, because everything's cooked, so it's just about melting things and combining the flavours. And then I'm going to add in some plain unsweetened vegan yogurt. Start with 2 tablespoons, I think. Do another bit of yogurt. Nothing really needs to be precise here. Just do it to whatever consistency you like. Check the flavour. A bit more black pepper, and I think that's it. I'm going to taste things as they're ready, kind of thing, rather than doing everything at the end. Nice bits of sweetness from the onion. The mushrooms have got a nice bit of bounce, nice bit of texture. Spinach gives it, it's hard to describe it, like a bit of body, like a thickness to the sauce. And then the yogurt's there keeping things tangy. Feel free to use vegan cream cheese or any kind of plant milk, that kind of thing. You might just need to add some sort of thickener for something like that. I'd go with maybe, if you've got any oats, just grind up some oats into a fine powder and use that, or cornstarch, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to put things in a tub and then clean the pan. We'll do the other one. Have a look at the tomatoes. I'm just going to give them a very gentle stir, and then I think I might do another 5 minutes or so at 120, because I don't really want any more colour on there. Do a bit of pepper, pinch of salt, and a bit more butter, I think. Well, maybe I'll go 110. I'll explain why in a sec. Normally when I do the tomatoes like that, I do them in this little tin, and I think I should have done them in there. That was my instinct, but I wasn't sure how much space the shallots were going to take up, because that keeps things like that. So you end up with a deeper layer, which means there's less room for the moisture in the butter and the tomatoes to evaporate. Yeah, so do it in something a bit smaller. To finish off the other one, the broccoli, cauliflower and lemon, I'm just going to chop down some chives. I'm going to drain this off, but I'll put a cup underneath the strainer so I can catch some of the liquid, because I might use that in the sauce. I'm going to finish off the creamy broccoli and cauliflower one in a pan. Not 100% essential, because all I'm doing is combining things and melting things. You could probably do it in the microwave. What you could do is, once you've drained off your pasta, if you're just doing the one, drain off your pasta, put the pasta back in the pot, and then build the sauce in the pot that way. And chuck in the broccoli. I've got the stove on 4, so it doesn't need to be high at all. I've decided to do all of the cauliflower. Why not? Let that come back up to heat. I do the chives. I think I might just chuck the whole lot in, which is 20 grams. I'm just going to take off the ends because they don't look amazing. A bit dried out in places. And I'm doing kind of centimetre slices. Chuck them in. So this will add a nice mild onioniness. I'm going to hold off on adding salt and pepper just until I've got everything in there, because I've got it on the cauliflower. This is the vegan cream cheese I'm going to use. It's like 6 tablespoons to start with. I'm just going to combine this. I'll do a bit of yogurt, like 2 tablespoons to start with. I'm just going to chuck all the cream cheese in. Let's be decadent, why not? I find the cream cheese has got a saltiness to it as well, so definitely hold off on adding more salt until you've tasted things. Yeah, I might do a bit more black pepper. Doesn't need any salt though. I'm going to add in some of the pasta water, which has got a little bit of salt in it as well. The reason for adding the pasta water is it's got the starch that comes out of the pasta as it cooks. So it adds moisture but also thickens. So that was probably 2 tablespoons, something like that. Debating whether I want to add any herbs. I'll do some parsley. Grabbed a handful of flat leaf parsley, it's maybe 4 tablespoons. Here's the roast tomatoes and shallots. So you can see the skin's gone wrinkly, so they've kind of leached out some of the juice. Nice amount of colour on there. I'll try the tomatoes. Roasting tomatoes really intensifies the flavour. Cracking. Some of the shallots have gone a bit crispy in places, which is actually quite nice. But I do think it'd be better to do it in a smaller thing to contain it and make a deeper layer. If you wanted to bulk that one out a bit, you could always chuck a can of chickpeas in there and toast them off in with the tomatoes, or just heat them up separately and put those, scatter those on. Or get some vegan sausage, cook it off, or if you buy like a ready, like the chorizo one that I use from the Squeaky Bean, chop that down, put that in. Cook off some edamame beans, broad beans, any of that. All I'm trying to do is keep time and effort to a minimum for when I'm in a rush or sick. It's like I can feel myself sweating now. Toasted off some nuts. So I've got walnut pieces to go with the spinach and feta, some pine nuts to go with the tomatoes, and then some macadamia to go on the creamy cauliflower and broccoli. Not essential, but they add a really nice bit of crunch on there, and also a nice bit of kind of toasty, nutty flavour that goes really nicely with pretty much anything really. I just keep bags of various nuts and seeds and stuff in the fridge, and then I can just put those as a topping on something when I want something super fast. I'll stick a link to some vegan parmesan that I made in a video. So it's like, the stuff you get in a cardboard tube, that kind of parmesan. It's just cashews with nutritional yeast, a bit of lactic acid powder, and onion, garlic and salt. Yeah, super easy to make, and it tastes just like the cardboard stuff. So I'll be using that on the tomato one especially. So we'll do a final taste of this one. Dive in. The broccoli's got a really nice bit of crunch to it still. And the cauliflower a little bit as well. There's a lot of fat in there from the cream cheese, but because the lemon's in there as well, it doesn't taste sickly. How like, is it Alfredo? The kind of really creamy one. That can just be a bit, after a while, over rich, but that's really light and fresh. Roasting off the cauliflower and the lemon adds a really nice little note to it, bit toasty kind of flavour, but it's not essential. So feel free to, as I say, boil or microwave or steam the cauliflower and then just section off the lemon and pop it all in raw. Not a problem at all. Whatever is gonna taste good enough for you in a short enough amount of time. I want to give an extra special shout out to my community over on Patreon. Their financial support and emotional support really does help keep my spirits lifted up, especially when I'm not so well. If you fancy giving that extra bit of support, I'll leave the link down in the description for you. You also get access to some behind the scenes content, bonus stuff, community chat features, that kind of thing. If you'd like lots more vegan recipes that are perfect for when you're in a hurry, but also when you've got a bit more time to dedicate to spending in the kitchen tinkering away, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon, that way you'll get an alert as soon as I publish a new one. And while you're waiting for the next one, have a look at this.